Hello everyone, and welcome to a new adventure. A few months back, I took Amtrak from Roanoke, Virginia to Maricopa, Arizona. The trip out and back on the Capital Limited, Texas Eagle, and Sunset Limited was a grand experience in itself. My hats off to Amtrak and the onboard staff for an absolutely wonderful adventure. I absolutely loved my first long-distance train ride. The Amtrak experience was wonderful. After arriving in Phoenix, I spent the next 3 weeks traveling around the state of Arizona, from the Four Corners to Yuma and everything in between. I enjoyed the magnificent sights and history of the Grand Canyon State. So come with me as we begin my Arizona adventure by exploring the Valley of the Sun, Phoenix, Arizona. My first stop in the Phoenix area was at the community of Fountain Hills and a nighttime visit to the beautiful fountain that gives the community its name. The fountain was once the largest in the world and was built in 1970 by Robert McCullum, the chainsaw manufacturer and the man who brought and moved the London Bridge to Lake Havasu, Arizona. The magnificent fountain can reach a height of 560 feet, but that is reserved for special occasions. The rest of the time, it reaches a height of about 330 feet. The fountain sits at the center of a man-made lake in Fountain Park and operates every 15 minutes between 9 a.m. and 9 p.m. every day of the year. Just a short distance from the fountain is the Fountain Hills Veterans Memorial, which was dedicated on Memorial Day 2005. It is really a fitting and impressive tribute to our veterans, and one of the most moving parts of the memorial is a statue of an aging soldier holding a cane in one hand and saluting the flag with the other. It is truly a moving reminder that the freedom that we enjoy today is not free. After resting up a couple days, I made my way about 30 miles north of Phoenix to the community of Cave Creek, Arizona. The drive up was very scenic, with all the cactus dotting the landscape and some unique and fun roadside advertising. Cave Creek is a small town of about 6,000 people that sits in the high desert north of downtown Phoenix. While exploring the town, I stumbled upon an Old West sculpture garden made completely out of metal. It depicts a stagecoach being chased by cowboys and Indians on horseback. Pretty neat little stop, and it's free. Before heading back to Phoenix, I had lunch at the Buffalo Chip Saloon. It's a pretty cool place. Several nights throughout the year, they feature live bull riding in the arena out back, and the food is pretty good too. After returning from Cave Creek, I headed over to Old Town Scottsdale. But it had been a full day and I was getting tired. So after dinner and a few drinks, it was time to call it a night. And I headed back to the hotel so I could start fresh tomorrow. Today I'm going to begin by making a quick stop at the Mesa Cemetery and visit the final resting place of country music legend Waylon Jennings. This is just a quick visit, as I'm going to do a more complete tombstone tourist video that will include Waylon and a number of other notable people who are resting in the Phoenix area. So look for that in the weeks ahead. But I just wanted to make a quick stop and pay my respects to one of the greatest names in country music. From Mesa, I made the short trip over to Tempe and a quick stop at Arizona State University, home of the Sun Devils. I was able to find parking between the football stadium and basketball arena, so I decided to stop and snap a few pictures. At one time, Sun Devil Stadium was home to the Phoenix Cardinals of the National Football League. Before they moved to their new stadium in Glendale, Arizona, the stadium seated about 75,000 people, but today the capacity has been reduced to about 53,000. Located next to the football stadium is Wells Fargo Arena, which was built in 1974 and is the home to Sun Devil basketball. I was going to walk around and explore the area, but an ASU security officer informed me that they were setting up for some type of event and I would have to move on, so I did. The rest of the day was consumed with stops at several cemeteries in the Phoenix area that will be the subject of a separate Tombstone tourist video. One of the cemeteries that I visited was really close to Glendale, so I decided to make a quick stop at the University of Phoenix Stadium, which I learned had recently been renamed State Farm Stadium. I found the large parking lots around the stadium to be totally vacant, so I hopped out and started snapping some photos. I wanted to check out the statues that were in front of the stadium. As I was walking around, a security guard told me that I was parked in a prohibited area and that I would have to leave. So, once again, I left. One of the things I really wanted to do when I was in the Phoenix area was to visit the state capitol complex. My route just happened to take me by Chase Field, which is home to the Arizona Diamondbacks. So with it being early on a Sunday morning, I decided to make a quick stop. Chase Field opened in 1998 and has a retractable roof that shelters the fans and the players from Phoenix sweltering summer heat. The stadium was the site of games 1, 2, 6, and 7 of the 2001 World Series between the Diamondbacks and the New York Yankees. And the Diamondbacks won all 4 home games and became the 2001 World Series champions. Just down the street from Chase Field is Talking Stick Arena, home of the NBA's Phoenix Suns. Talking Stick opened in 1992 and was originally known as America West Arena. It has since gone through a number of name changes, but has been known as Talking Stick since 2016. My final stop in Phoenix was at the Arizona Capitol, which was built in 1900 and served as the territorial capital of Arizona until it was admitted to the Union in 1912 as our 48th state. Over the years, there have been several additions to the building, and today a good portion of the original Capitol is preserved as the Arizona Capitol Museum. With it being early on a Sunday morning, I couldn't tour the Capitol building, so I walked across the street to Wesley Boland Memorial Park. The park was established in 1978 in honor of Governor Wesley Boland and is part of the overall Capitol Mall complex. Being located directly in front of the state Capitol building, it is often the site of protests and demonstrations. But on this quiet Sunday morning, I had the park almost totally to myself. There are more than 30 monuments and memorials located throughout the plaza, including a memorial to law enforcement, the Navajo Code Talkers, and a number of war memorials. Located in the east end of the park is the USS Arizona Memorial Plaza. The USS Arizona was sunk on December 7, 1941 during the Japanese attack on Pearl Harbor. The Arizona's 26-foot tall signal mast and the 16,000-pound anchor were recovered and are preserved here in the Memorial Plaza that was first dedicated on December 7, 1976. Also located at the entrance to the plaza were two big guns, one from the Arizona and the other from the USS Missouri, where the Japanese surrender was signed September 2nd, 1945. Well, my time here in Phoenix has come to an end, and it's time to head north on Interstate 17 and continue my Arizona adventure. If you enjoyed this video, give me a thumbs up below. If you want to keep up with my adventures, please be sure to hit that subscribe button. For now, it's time for me to head on down the road and see what's around the bend.